Hi and welcome to Dave Barlow Guitar, and in this video I'm going to talk about this Marshall DSL 40c. Yes, I know, it's not a new product and it's been reviewed thousands of times on YouTube already. As you know, I don't review things on YouTube. This is not a review. The reason why I'm showing you this amp is because I really like this amp. I get a few in to repair and they've never got anything wrong with them. They just need some new tubes or something. That's the only other problem I see with these amps. And I've had a few, not that many, a few in. And I've always said, I've always liked them. I've always liked the sound of them. Every time everyone that's come in, I've played it, and and consistently they've sounded really good. So it's not a review, like I said, but I just thought I'd share my views and the reason why I like this amp and the reason why I might buy one. Anyway, they're available second-hand on eBay and places like that, and really for what they are, they're really cheap for what they are. Now, I think the DSL 40c was supposed to be a kind of like, a nicely priced amplifier, when it first came out. I mean, kind of mid-range kind of priced. So, but when you compare that with other amplifiers, this sound quality and build quality, in my eyes and ears, is far better than anything in its class. One point, for example, is perhaps why these aren't going wrong like some other Marshalls and some other, let's not name any other amps, but similar amps in this market, is because of maybe the way it's been designed. Yes, it's not okay. The biggest issue with the amps I see in this price range is in the power section. The power tubes are basically connected to a printed circuit board. And that brings a world of pain to many amps and all sorts of issues to many amps. However, this one isn't. This one's like a more of an expensive amp in a range where it's been designed whereby the power tubes are actually bolted to the chassis. They're actually connect via on the back of the chassis. There's no PCB. It's all hardwired. It's all hand wired. Yes, from the PC board, but onto the valve sockets and into the valves. That's where all the heat is. That's where all the damage gets done. Whereas with this design, it doesn't happen. Therefore, this is probably why this amplifier is doing well right now. Why they're so cheap, I don't know. But anyway, this one is in vintage regalia, which I quite like. Everything's the same as any other DSL 40c, but it's got that vintage kind of badge and the vintage cloth on it. It doesn't have a vintage speaker in it, although I would have thought they would have put a vintage speaker in it. But there you go. It's got a Celestion's 7080s speaker in it, just like I suppose all the others have. I'm pretty, from recollection, that's all they have in it. Yeah. So anyway, apart from that, it's not a bad speaker. So it's not bad speaker at all. So let's see what this amplifier sounds like. So we're on 12 o'clock on everything. Treble, middle, bass, presence, resonance, and I've got the reverb off for now, just so you can hear the amp. I'm miking it up with an integral microphone. I use these every now and then. They're in my cabs, and they're great for miking up on the fly. You don't need to put a mic in front or anything, because actually, well, anyway, look, if you go onto my YouTube channel, you'll see some details of it, integral. Also, I'm doing another video where I'm upgrading the cab, where I'm putting an integral in, and I'll do that again so you can see it. So that's maybe for another day. So with that out of the way, we go from this into my desk, which goes into Audacity. So it's a real simple, cheap, can-do kind of setup, really. So clean channel. In terms of gain and volume, which aren't at 12 o'clock, obviously, I've got the gain on the clean channel. Let's put that to 12 o'clock, and I've got the volume where I think it should be at for this recording. Let's put some reverb on it. 12 o'clock. Bit more. So the reverb on this amplifier is a digital reverb. There's no reverb tank. Personally, I prefer digital reverb, not because it sounds better or worse, it's because there's no reverb tank in the bottom to go wrong and make all sorts of horrible noises when you kick it or drop it or do all sorts of weird things, right? Reverb tanks, yeah, I'm just not a reverb person anymore, but like reverb tanks, you know, they go wrong a lot. Anyway, so digital sound processor never goes wrong. So, you know, it's horses for courses. Some people don't even worry about it. Some people are mental about their reverb and delays. It doesn't bother me. Anyway, this has only got reverb on it, so who cares? So, clean. Just to mention, this guitar is an SG type, of guitar. Plays like an SG, sounds like an SG, has iron gear blues engine pickups instead of what was in there before. This guitar is originally made by a company called Westfield, so it's not an expensive guitar, but plays great anyway. It's had some upgrades by me. Watch my videos and you'll see. So, I'm hearing, you know, an amplifier which, right off the bat, personally, I think that clean is fat, but it's got some mids in. It's got the right mids in there. It's got the right amount of treble in there. It seems to have everything in there that I would want for that kind of clean channel. Now, the clean's got a button on it where we can actually overdrive it a little bit. So let's press that in. We're sort of in AC/DC, Malcolm Young kind of territory. It's just nice. It's just a nice, usable, slightly hairy, clean sound. I mean, we can go a little bit more, and as we give it a little bit more gain on the clean channel, it just warms up. I bet that'll sound nice with a telly. Anyway, so let's move on to the gain channel. Let's gain on 6. The volume in the place where I think it should be. Let's give that a try. Obviously a little bit of hiss. So again, I think it's a very usable tone. This is the biased video, by the way. Everything is going to sound great as far as I'm concerned. I think it's a great sound and amplifier. That's only on gain on 6. And if I'm shouting, it's because I've got this quite loud in my ear on. I'm deaf now. But so that's that. It's got an ultra gain as well. Let's just get that a whirl, shall we? Yeah, so there you go. But that's the extra gain. But it was just this this tone shift thing. So let's give that a whirl. We just use like the classic gain rather than the ultra gain. Just the tone shift. There you go. So yeah, I really like this amp. I think it's a very usable amplifier. I'll give you some sounds because I just wanted to back up on what I'm saying. You might disagree with me. You might agree with me. I don't, whatever. Put your comments in the bottom. So okay, so let's just do this bit of lead stuff, I suppose. I suppose you'd use the ultra gain. I'll keep the gain on 6. We'll keep the tone shift out. Maybe we'll put a little bit of reverb on it. There you go. That's enough of that. Anyway, that's the reason why I love this amplifier. If you like it, hit the like button and subscribe and put some comments in the bottom. Be interested in what you think. Catch you later.